Normally people talk about FNAF on YouTube, but today I'm changing the pace by talking about the thing that inspired it. That's right, we are talking about Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese is a restaurant that's existed for a long time, and when you think about Chuck E. Cheese, you think of really bad-looking animatronics, you think of really bad-tasting, possibly recycled cardboard pizza, you think about arcades, you think about the prize booth, you think about tokens. These are the things that come to mind. Well, over the past few years, Chuck E. Cheese has been doing everything to kill everything that you remember about Chuck E. Cheese. Ever since they hit financial issues and went bankrupt, they've been getting rid of everything associated with Chuck E. Cheese. Chucky was redesigned. He's no longer a big guy. He's now a really tiny guy, and they've been getting rid of things like the tokens. They've been redesigning all the restaurants to look a whole lot worse. They've even started getting rid of the animatronics. I know, the animatronics is the whole draw to Chuck E. Cheese and was the whole point that it was made to begin with, but now they're getting rid of them. They're not even getting rid of them in a way to preserve the animatronics for collectors or for a museum or something. They're just destroying the animatronics. Yeah, some of them are even throwing them in the dumpster. There are people out there who are trying to save these animatronics and restore them and put them on display. Those people are the true heroes out there, and I congratulate them for doing this restoration project. But sadly, a whole lot of Chuck E. Cheeses are just being completely ransacked, and all the animatronics are just thrown away, which is really sad because this is a lot of people's childhoods, and I hate seeing this stuff go out like this. They're getting rid of the stages, they're getting rid of everything. It's really sad that they decided to go through with this redesign and rebrand. The thing that they're hoping to do is just focus on being a restaurant, and the only way that you'll be able to interact with Chucky is through little AR holograms that appear when you aim your cell phone at certain places. That'll be the new way that kids hang out with Chucky, and they tried doing like a puppet show thing, but I haven't seen the puppet show go anywhere really, and I honestly feel like it's a huge waste of time. I like the design of the puppets, but if you don't go all in on the puppets, I can't really say much about the puppets. For a while it was just Chucky, but they actually have been redesigning his friends. It's been a really slow process, and I think that it's terrible that it's taken this long, but Chucky's friends are getting redesigns. They look a lot younger, they look a lot more hip for today's youth. God, I feel old. They're trying their hardest to rebrand this whole company and change its image, which I think is a terrible idea under the one fact that you're throwing away the past to do this. It's okay to move in a new direction, but if you forget what came before you, you are doomed to make the same mistakes again. And I feel like Chuck E. Cheese is always going to have that issue. It used to be a place where a kid could be a kid, but now it's a really boring and really depressed place where a lot of them aren't even fun to be at. It's really sad. There's no big show going on anymore. There's no big reason to go to Chuck E. Cheese's. I'd rather go to Incredible Pizza than Chuck E. Cheese's because at least Incredible Pizza tries. That's the thing. Chuck E. Cheese had one gimmick, and that was the animatronics. And now with that gone, I don't see any reason to go to these restaurants. It's really sad that with the FNAF craze being what it is and for how long it's been a thing, you think Chuck E. Cheese would capitalize on this and get people to come to their restaurant by advertising the animatronics? Hell, if they wanted to be really ballsy, they could actually do a full-on crossover with FNAF if they wanted to. It's a huge kids franchise, but no. Instead of capitalizing on this animatronic craze, they decided to get rid of all their animatronics and try to forget that they inspired a horror franchise. They haven't ever acknowledged FNAF as far as I'm aware of, and it seems like they would rather be just another boring, generic restaurant. And if you're going to be a boring generic restaurant, you might as well have good pizza. I've tried Pasquale's Pizza, which yes, that's a real thing. It's on things like DoorDash and Uber. So if you want to try that, go ahead. That is just Chuck E. Cheese pizza. It's not that good, and honestly, I don't think the pizza alone will help this place stay alive. But tell me down in the comment section below, do you still go to Chuck E. Cheese? Do you like Chuck E. Cheese? Do you think there's a reason to keep Chuck E. Cheese around anymore? Do you hate that the animatronics have been destroyed? I'm curious to know what you guys think. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers, so if you want to help us out, bother to subscribe. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you want to help other people find FNAF stuff like this, share this video around. It's all appreciated, and I'll see you guys next time.